Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on the Nerds from Work and listening to our stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. If you guys would like to buy us a beer so we can keep making funny faces at the camera all night, you can go ahead and support us on Patreon. You can find that.
You can find us at TheNerdsFromWork.com.
All
All our
right,
stuff's there.
that's enough. Let's start the show.
Welcome to the Nerds from Work, your weekly escape into the world of geeks, nerds, and a Stimpy cosplay, Where's Waldo, Mario-looking guest we have. Everybody, actually, let's get into our regular host because he's just a guest. I'm Jason Miller, host of this show, and with me, as always, I've got Josh Tankersley,
What is going on, everybody?
Naru Igbaje,
What up?
Brandon Miller,
Hello.
and the classiest of us low-class peasants, Phil Keating.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Ooh, that was a sudden burst of energy.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's in that wine?
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Cab Franc Syrah,
What the hell is
What's
Very
that
nice.
in English?
red and dry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So for the first time ever for you guys on iTunes, we have someone on the show drinking wine. I don't think he read the show notes. Like, basically, we all shoot this in a trailer park, so I don't know where he got that box from.
I took it from Gerald, the local hobo down the street. It's already half drank, and it's got a nice flavor of
Is
hobo.
that Jerry with a gimpy leg? Tell him I said hi.
So, all right, so you know him. That's great.
Where do you think Naru gets his curtains from?
Yeah, these were Jerry's sheets once upon a time.
Right on.
That's so good.
All right, guys. So we normally go into what we've been doing this week, but since we have Phil on, and I don't think we've put Phil through a gauntlet ever, like even when we met him. So, yeah, we're going to come up with 3 questions, Phil, and
Okay.
you have to answer them.
Uh,
Like, theoretically, we have a gun to your head. So the first question is going to be, who's your favorite superhero?
it's easy. It's Spider-Man, hands
Why?
down.
Why does everyone fucking pick Spider-Man?
Well, I guess you were never bullied as a kid growing up, and always wanted to just, have this secret identity where you could show everyone up by just being super fucking swole and kicking supervillains' ass, after school and whatnot. So
I can still not relate to that.
well, I'm
Bullies
sorry.
didn't exist in the 1830s.
Nah. We had bullies with chainmail and stuff. That's not the point. The point
Yeah.
is, I
King
would
Arthur
still-
beat the
there's
shit out of
no
Naru.
way I would want to be secret what? I want you to know who brought the smacketh down on your asseth. Like,
How
okay.
about you, nerd?
I want you
That's
to know.
turned around, man, and then that smacketh is brought down upon your family and your friends. So
Naru is there when they introduced Shakespeare for the first time.
Just so you know.
I'm glad you could see him live.
I helped him with his homework. What can I say?
All right. Ru, do you have another question?
Yeah. What is your favorite comic book movie?
Oh shit. Oh man.
Don't
It's
worry.
Commercial.
gotta be either Logan
Ooh.
or V for Vendetta.
Okay.
Both of them hit me at a weird spot in my life, but Logan was just such a masterpiece and almost an indie flick kind of feel. And when it came out on Blu-ray, I picked it up right away and then watched the black and white version, and it completely, leaned into that indie flick kind of feel to it. So Logan, and then V for Vendetta is second.
Yo, I like the outside picks. We usually get one of the Marvel movies.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Ghost World, which is an old, I think, early 2000s, if not late 90s, graphic novel that was then turned into a movie starring Steve Buscemi. So it's weird. It's not like a superhero film, but it's definitely a graphic novel come to life.
Yeah. Well, mine over a year ago was John Wick,
That's true.
and it's still to this day John Wick.
One or two.
One.
Both. To me, it's just a continuation. I never watch one without the other. Duh.
Did you see the pictures from 3 where he's on a horse?
Yep.
What? No.
Sure. Great.
He's John Wick.
Listen, here's the thing. These guys try to avoid spoilers and they try to avoid like all this stuff. I don't give a rip about half of that. So I'll dig into all kinds of stuff. So I've seen those pictures and I've been debating for the last 3 weeks if I should put them in the chat so they can see them.
I can't wait till he kills that horse.
We've all seen what he
I
can
think
do
he's
with a
gonna
pencil.
He's going to use the horse as a weapon. for
Oh,
sure.
he has to.
Somebody's gonna get
John Wick.
I will say one of my favorite pictures is Thanos snapping and then John Wick's dog turning into dust. It's like, oh yeah, it's about to get real.
You know John Wick would fuck up Thanos.
Bro, exactly what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I'm just
man.
saying. Baba Yaga, he's coming
Bruh.
for you, Thanos.
I think he's gonna like die hard the horse where he just launches it into a helicopter.
Oh my god, that would
I mean,
be
we
awesome.
already know Baba Yaga's in the Marvel as an MCU. Like he was in Ant-Man. He was referred to in Ant-Man. So yeah.
Yeah, Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga. All right, Brandon, do you have a third question or do you want me to do it?
Yeah. So if let's see. Okay, if you had to transform into one mythical creature and then get married to a different mythical creature, what would those two creatures be?
All right. I would.
No dragons.
Whoa. Let me add to this. Let me add a caveat. You are the female mythical creature in this relationship. Like you're the catcher.
You're the catcher.
Technically, you could be the male. You just have to be the catcher.
Sure. No. I
It
understand.
was 2018, right? It's 2018. You can be the male
No
catcher.
dragons.
Hey man, I'm a power bottom. What do you want? I guess what? I'll be a griffin, and then my lover will be a bugbear.
Oh, that's a
Bugbear.
great one.
Yeah, bugbear.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Good, nice embrace. Gentle but hard when needed.
That's a power couple. That's Jay-Z and Beyonce of the mythical world right there.
hands down, Jay-Z and the Queen Bee of
Pause
all
down.
mythical creatures.
Paws down.
Paws down, wings
Ass
down.
up. Paws down, ass up.
Well, I mean, as a griffin, you like your ass is pretty much always up.
Sure.
Oh
That
man.
makes it
Okay.
a great pairing.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That took a very unexpected turn. Good job, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Good question.
I did my job. I'll see you guys next week.
And it fits in the realm. It fits in the realm of where Phil comes from, because if you guys are unaware or you live under a rock, Phil Keating is actually visiting us from the Botched D&D podcast. So,
Yep.
and I'm not going to mention the other podcast you're on because
Yeah.
Oh, it's dog shit.
Botched is better.
Yeah. No, of course.
So real quick, tell us about you. Botched, all that good stuff.
So Botched is a D&D podcast we started about 2.5 years ago. It's a nice blend of South Park and Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones because we tell compelling stories. It's because all your favorite characters will die.
nice.
And it's really just 5 friends from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania who one day decided to buy microphones and see if we can emulate our favorite D&D podcast. And it kind of has gone into a weird, crazy ride recently. So it's been fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys follow them on social media, there may or may not be pictures of them hosting a panel in the nude
Yep.
at Dragon Con.
Yeah, there was a couple nude pictures from Dragon Con that made it onto Twitter. So
Nice.
I mean, we're a very close show. What can you say?
That's class if I've ever heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't walk into one of my co-host passed out drunk, butt naked in the closet a couple hours before the show. That didn't happen, but I certainly put that picture on Twitter.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So if
Photographic
you guys
evidence.
haven't seen Botch or listened to Botch, I guess, definitely give it a try because that is hilarious. And
Oh, thank you.
yeah, no, you guys are awesome. And then we try our own D&D thing, and it's not good. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Very
to get
difficult.
people together like
It's
that.
very difficult, but it also, I mean, it takes time. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all it really is. I mean, I would say our first 20 episodes are just hard garbage because we were still trying to figure out like the chemistry of the table, plus how is this going to work over an audio format where people, can't see faces or hand gestures and all that. So, I mean, we recorded episode 1, I think about 4 times before we actually were satisfied with it. So it
Holy shit.
it takes time, and it takes consistency. We probably should have stopped after 10 episodes, but we just kept pushing through.
That's not
Apparently.
consistency. That's just hard-headedness.
Apparently,
Yeah,
you
well-
guys need to just
no.
make like you guys need to make like Botched and the Batman and get nude and show some skin. Apparently,
Yeah, that's the key to success.
Be nude all the time.
Be nude.
I mean,
you guys
I'm not
already
wearing
know
pants
about- you all
now,
heard
so
about
I'm
Batman,
down.
right?
They took the dick out of Nightwing and just put it on Batman.
Straight up.
Yeah, and then we go
What
see.
the fuck? Anyway, that's not here nor there because that shit was in
No.
TMZ.
It's here. It's here. It's not going anywhere.
All right. Since we're gonna go there, my wife saw it on TMZ. Batman's got old meat, like a meat hammer. Right? Like we all knew he would. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
He's fucking bruising kneecaps. All right? Jesus, that utility belt is used for more than just holding a little smoke in it. It's used for holding that fucking hammer.
Yeah, well, he doesn't hold a codpiece to David Bowie in the Labyrinth, so
Oh god. All right, guys. So this week we are actually going to skip news unless you want to see Batman's dick. Then that thing is on TMZ, also CBR, also literally all over the internet. Go look at that meat hammer. It's like I'm not gay,
Hammer.
but like I'm not gay, but like you can't look away.
It's like that's probably the best name for a dick I've probably ever heard.
Hammer.
Fucking meat hammer,
That's a good one.
fucking hammer cock, fucking the knee bruiser. I was a Marine for 8 years. I've got a lot of names for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, yeah, he's plunging the depths right now.
Like,
yeah.
I saw like 90 dicks at one time. Okay.
You don't humble
Shit.
brag. Come on.
yeah.
I'm bragging a little bit. All right, guys. So let's actually get from dick news.
Thank you
to,
for your service,
Our
man.
actual main. Let's get to the main topic. How did I see 90 dicks at one time?
Perfect.
And it was during a Captain Marvel trailer reveal on YouTube because 90 dickheads were like, "Oh, I'm going to say exactly what I want to say about Captain Marvel," which is so. We've all seen the Captain Marvel trailer. Let's take a couple minutes and break it down. Hank, tell us about it.
So I will say the biggest thing for me is the trailer didn't portray the story I thought they were gonna tell. So that kind of took me a second to adjust, and so I actually need to go back. I meant to watch it before we got on and we got to recording. So it was. I mean, it seems interesting. Like, I mean, we see power set, we see characters. We don't know a ton of the story. We know a little bit of the story, which I was talking to a buddy, and he's saying that, Marvel sometimes like to almost steer you one way with the trailer, but the movie goes a different way once it gets going. So I don't know. I mean, it looks interesting. It did its job. I almost always watch the first trailer for movies, and then I kind of start shying away from them a little bit depending on the movie. So we'll see. I mean, it looks interesting, but it definitely wasn't the direction I thought they were going to go with the character.
That was the most fence-sitting review of a trailer I've ever heard.
I'll be here all night. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get little dots in your ass from where you've been sitting on that fence post, bro.
I mean, Adam's
At this
not here, so I need to take my stand on the fence.
At this point, that post has worked its way up. Like, you're a fucking post.
Just call me. You can call me Vlad the Impaler.
Bum prep.
right. Brandon, what did you think of that trailer?
I'm also prepping my bum because I'm kind of on the fence.
Well, it wasn't like a phenomenal. It didn't blow us away.
I've been bum prepping all night. I was not actually.
Kegels.
Yeah, bum kegels. It's kind of like just pinching the end off, you know. Just do that.
Philip's like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Well, I got
There's so many ass jokes.
what I signed up for.
Yeah, I wasn't super excited about it. Like, I was more excited about the pictures, and I think when the pictures leaked, I was probably the least excited on the show as well. But I was actually more excited for the pictures than this. I was more excited about the actress in the role. I think I was the only one who, like, I haven't seen anything with her. I don't really know who she is or whatever. So I didn't have much faith. Like, the pictures were very, like, cookie cutter, and it kind of bugged me. But seeing her, like, acting in the trailer, I really liked her as an actress. So I think that's going to be good. The story and everything, I became less excited about. That's why I'm not super stoked on it. Like Tank said, I think this is probably the story of the first 20 minutes of the movie. And then it's going to hit something crazy, and then she's going to punch that old lady on the bus, which is actually going to be a scroll, and then it's going to, like, that's where it's going to take that crazy turn and go wherever it's going to end up. So yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to see it, but I think I'm not as excited to see it as I was when I saw the pictures. Even though I was underwhelmed by the pictures, for some reason they had more hype than this to me.
When she punched that old lady on the bus.
That was sick. That was like the sickest part. Everything else I could live without. But like her punching that old lady, I was like, that's tight.
That's tight.
The crazy part is I actually missed that when I first saw the trailer. I saw the trailer the first time I missed that. It was my second viewing. I'm like, oh crap.
I started learning lines from The Hangover. I'll hit an old man.
Yeah.
So I actually I read some rumors that and some theories that actually, since Skrull can just take over appearances and abilities just whenever they want, that possibly she was the Skrull punching the old lady.
Oh.
And that they're using Captain Marvel or Carol Danvers' identity to kind of run a smear campaign, possibly. But I mean, fuck, it's a trailer. So, I mean, people are just making up anything they want just from a trailer. So,
how much drinking was going on when this idea was being
I you know, since it's Reddit, always just all of it, I guess.
Guys, that's where we get our credible news.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Page.
But I mean, I personally, I dug the fuck out of it, and I cannot wait for the movie to come out. Have any of you read Captain Marvel? No.
Nope.
No.
I don't waste my time with that.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you,
the only Captain I read is America.
You are missing
or
out.
Crunch.
It's good.
Okay, let's say this.
Back of the box.
I'm gonna start off by saying the things.
Hold up, Naru.
It's gonna tie.
I feel like Phil was on a heater.
No, Naru.
It's gonna tie into what he's saying for real.
Pick it up.
I'm gonna start with things I didn't like, then we'll get into the stuff because he liked it. The things I didn't like straight up were I am not yet sold on Brie Larson as, Carol Danvers, because I've always felt that Carol Danvers was more the kind of person who was almost intimidating. So she shows up and gives you a look, and you just feel like, ooh, don't mess with her. Like, she's type A, hard charging, probably hard drinking, I'll drink the boys type person, even though she's gorgeous and she's, beautiful and all that stuff. And the way she's presented in the comics, like, this is somebody who goes toe to toe with Captain America. She warns the hell out of Tony Stark. She goes after men she wants. But at the same time, she's also relatable because she's conflicted about her own life, her own self-esteem, her self-worth, and so many things about her that make her such an interesting character. So I'm not sold on her yet. I need to see more than just a trailer, Brandon, to see if I like her.
You know who you just described? Angelina Jolie in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ooh.
I mean, the dreads were weird.
That
But it's a good character.
Let's
Probably.
just say
That's
Angelina
Captain
Jolie's
Marvel.
movie.
What's her name from Battlestar Galactica again? The chick, I forget her name. Whatever.
Captain Marvel.
Kate.
But
Bucky.
bottom line,
You're talking about Bucky.
I'm, that's my main thing I didn't like. Now, as for what I liked, which is what he's about to get into, is the fact I really liked their elements from the comic book that I started seeing glimpses of. You know, the memory loss, the who am I, the trying to remember my my history, what made me who I am, trying to know get my identity back. That part, I'm like, oh, okay, so they're going down that path in the movie. That's going to be interesting. I want to see that. Then I also very clearly never liked the idea of them telling me that Sam L. Jackson's Nick Fury was going to be this dude who doesn't know his job. He's like a freebie, is like a newbie. So I like the fact that he seems to have some agency in the trailer. Like he's in charge. He has a take charge attitude. So I want to see more of that. Straight up.
He's not a desk jockey.
Yeah, he's not. I don't care what they wrote, what they said. He's not a desk jockey.
I'm gonna agree, except I think Brie Larson is gonna just fucking destroy it, and I don't think that they're gonna come out on trailer 1 just to show you how fucking intense she is, and I think it's gonna build up through the film. And when she starts having these memory issues, I'm sure it's gonna end to, or have her get angry enough where she's like just a hard ass all the time. And plus, I mean, we get the fucking helmet with the mohawk coming.
Yes.
The helmet's badass.
Yes.
Fuck. Like
Yes!
I saw that and I was like, oh,
Rewind.
God, I only
Rewind.
have so much cum. Like,
Yeah.
So I'll say this about the Brie Larson. When they first brought Chris Evans on as Captain America, I was like, you're bringing fucking Johnny Storm.
Yeah, like
that guy. Because like the roles he did before that weren't like, he wasn't a badass. He always played like the
no
playboy,
gravitas whatsoever.
like pretty boy.
Yeah.
You take that, right? Like take Chris Evans prior to the MCU and then look at that motherfucker in Infinity War. Tell me that guy's not a badass. The beard, the dark suit, like doesn't take shit from anybody.
So she got to grow a beard then.
What's up?
She's got to grow a beard then.
No. Phil said something.
Oh, I said the only person he takes shit from is Bucky.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, it's your wife. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just cut all that bromance shit out right now.
But here's the thing. I mean, the reason that I think this movie is going to be very strong, and I think Brie Larson is going to murder it. This is like our first female-centric superhero film, and yet it comes out 3 months before Part 2 of Infinity War, which she's supposed to be the answer to the Infinity War. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be so fucking great. And if it's not, you can have me on out, and I'll tell you that.
Mark it down now. Mark it down now. Yeah.
But I'm stoked. I really like. It's everything that I wanted the trailer to be, and I've been excited for this for a while. So, I personally haven't seen the movie that she won the Academy Award for, The Room. Has anybody seen it?
No.
No, but apparently she's real fucking intense in that. So,
Is it on Netflix?
Probably not.
Damn it. What about Hulu? That's that high class shit.
Yep, it's there.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Watch it.
I got so many accounts floating around on my Xbox.
None of which he pays for.
Oh God.
Or,
Yeah, Phil, don't hang out too long because if you have any accounts, Brandon will steal them shits.
I'll trade you.
sure.
Yeah, I'll trade
Like, I
my
pay
brother's
for my own
Netflix.
accounts. Yeah, I don't pay for my own accounts.
I like this guy. We're on the same wavelength.
Brandon will be like, I'll trade you one Hulu. The email actually is D Danvers.
Yeah.
Whose is that? I don't know.
No idea.
No idea who that is. So yeah, I mean, my thoughts. I think that Brie Larson will kill it. And piggybacking off what Phil said, this movie is taking place right before Infinity War, and she's the answer. They're not going to underwrite or underperform this because Infinity War is going to blow up the box office because Snap changed the entire world. So, I mean, I think here's the funny part: if Sam Jackson sent that thing, But Captain Marvel died too. Like, she vanished too.
And is somebody completely different who has to come
Shit.
save us?
Oh, fuck. And he drops a pager, and then it's like she answers the phone at the beginning of Infinity War. She's like, "Oh shit!" And then she fades away. She's like, "Oh fuck! Well, we gotta figure this out."
And then it's Valkyrie's turn to save the day.
There we go.
That would be some crazy shit though, because leading into this movie, everybody's like, she's the one. She has to be the one. Her movie's coming out, all this. But really, that end credit scene is the only reason we think that she is like
Right.
the one. So like, what if
That
they
shit
just
would be
fucking
smart.
kill her? That would be, or like she's just not in the movie.
Dude, that'd be, oh my God, I can't even imagine the backlash.
She was like, "Oh wait, I got a message."
Dude, the internet would
This isn't even about backlash. I could just imagine how the movie's gonna be, because they're gonna be like, okay, now I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on. All my expectations were blown up.
Which is great. I'm not trying to go into
Yes.
the movie and already know what happens. Batman.
Yes, I hope they do that.
Oh my God.
I hope they do
It
that.
needs to, all right, let's get on Reddit and make
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, they can do Reddit posts. We'll start it right now. Everybody's drunk enough for Reddit. Let's everybody log in. We will live Reddit about this movie right now.
I will say though, real quick about that trailer. So I worked at Blockbuster for 9 years.
Hell yeah.
And for that to fucking open up on a Blockbuster, it was just like, oh, I'm done. This movie's already great.
Dude, I cannot wait for all the 90s nostalgia. It's going to be fantastic.
The 9 Inch Nails T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she landed in the Blockbuster, like, who else took a trip down memory lane looking at those VHSs, and then they're stacked behind them, and you're like, oh man, do they have it?
Bruh.
So I'm gonna wait for somebody to bring a VHS in, and then you get home and they didn't rewind that shit. So you just spend like 15 minutes, like,
look, who wants to bet me right now? Who has $20? I'll put $20 in a pot right now to say that this movie comes out on VHS. It's Return of the Vinyl, dude. For a movie.
Or it doesn't come out in VHS, but it comes out in the VHS cassette tape thing.
Yeah.
And you get like the digital download, a T-shirt, like extra shit, but it's got the case.
Yeah.
They're gonna play VHS something for this.
Didn't Stranger Things come out in a VHS form or had packaging like that?
I don't know, but music is coming out in cassette tapes.
It is. And well, I think vinyl's an absolute thing, because I mean, even Guardians soundtracks got pressed on vinyl. Cassette though, that's
I got Guardians on cassette, dude.
And Guardians
You're
did
welcome.
come out on cassette. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, on Record Store Day.
Yeah, all of Kanye West stuff goes to cassette. A lot of big artists go to cassette.
It's so ridiculous.
That's because Kanye West is running that derelict campaign.
Derelict my own balls, thank you.
All right, so Naru's like, what the fuck is the derelict campaign?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Have you never seen Zoolander?
Oh.
I can derelict my own balls. Thank you very much.
What is this? A
Han
school for ants?
It has to be at least 3 times as big.
I had a
He's got
question.
one look.
I don't want to forget this. I had a question for Phil.
Sure.
Do you think the movie, the Captain Marvel movie, is going to have, on a scale of Malekith to, I don't know, for you, maybe Thanos, how good is the villain going to be?
From Malekith to Thanos.
Yeah, I really didn't like
that.
A villain, or is it an army of villains?
Well, I'm just going to go with.
It can't be Thanos.
It's gonna be mid-tier.
I mean, it's gonna be Marvel has always said that their villains.
I don't mean their power set. I mean how good of a.
I know, but Marvel has always said that their villains are plot points for their heroes, with a few exceptions. Loki being an exception, Thanos being an exception.
Well, we know that Ronan is in it, and he doesn't die because he shows up in Guardians.
Because he's not a villain yet.
Well, you're right. And what Skrulls I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as good as I want it to be. So let's say maybe mid-tier 6.
I think there will be one major Skrull, and the rest will be a Skrull invasion, a lot like Avengers #1.
Let's say the
We
Chitauri.
all loved those aliens, but they weren't like
They're just cannon fodder.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, those were Chitauri. I guess.
But it gave us Loki.
Right.
But it's not
You
going to
know what I
happen
mean?
on Earth.
No. But I'm saying like that level of villain.
Sure.
Like I feel like it's going to be a lot like that.
Just a swarm.
I think there's
Right.
gonna be two. There's gonna be two bad guys, so to speak. I think there's gonna be like the whole conflict on Earth, and then the payoff in space. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, speaking of Loki, right, and good villains and stuff like that, Disney actually announced that there will be miniseries, like shows and stuff, coming out on their digital platform, so their streaming service, and characters from the MCU will have their own shows. 2 of which were introduced. One of them is not Brandon's cat. If you're listening to this, Brandon keeps raising that fat cat. That cat gets more screen time than Phil has.
That cat gets more
Rightfully.
screen time
It's
than
quality
Grogu.
screen time.
Rightfully, yes.
Might not be like minute wise, but like
But it's there when it counts.
I was unaware that we were supposed to bring our cats.
Oh God, Phil's that guy whining cats.
I've got cats.
I've got a cat.
I
It's
got
an
a-
asshole.
this one.
So Loki is actually getting his own series, and the Scarlet Witch is getting her own series. So they've said other characters that do not have a solo movie will be getting their own show, but they didn't announce who. So taking that information, I hope you guys have thought about this. What character would you want to get their own show? And 2-part, do you think that Loki and Scarlet should have their own shows? Tank.
So I guess
Here's
I
that
guess
fence,
I'd like.
buddy.
What's that?
Here's that fence.
No, I was gonna pick a character. I think I'd like to see. I'd like to see more Vision. 1, because Paul Bettany is amazing, and 2, because I mean, there's a lot you could. I mean, you'd have to bring him back after Infinity War, but I think I don't know. I think there's like there's a lot of that, alien out of water kind of thing you could do with him learning how to be human, fit in, and does he fit in? Does he look human? Does he not look human? Those kinds of things. I can think of a good show.
Loki supposedly died though, so it might be a prequel show.
I
Sure.
could see Scarlet Witch and Vision having their own show,
Yep.
like how they ended up in
Like
Paris.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Or Dharma and Greg.
Dharma and Greg. So I want to do mine next, just to make sure that nobody capitalizes on it. I would like to see a buddy cop show between Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Oh,
That'd be good.
like straight buddy cop.
nailed it.
Like I feel like it would be great.
I'm still holding out hope that Falcon gets his own movie.
God, Falcon.
I don't think-
Anthony Mackie, hands down, one of my favorite actors in the whole MCU. Like that guy kills it.
Dude, he crushes it. I don't think he'll ever get his own movie.
No, I know he won't, but I
But he
want
could get his own show.
And
I mean, yeah, right. It's a show. He could get his own.
so that's the question then. Are they going to use the same actors for the TV shows?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
They did say, okay.
it's gonna be Tom Hiddleston and
Elizabeth Olsen.
yes. So that's definitely happening. My pick would be, and this is something I kind of gave a little thought. I want to see War Machine actually show us what he can do. Like he's off actually
Ooh.
serving the country. Like like
That
okay,
is good.
I'm actually out here doing stuff. Like okay, I'm not just on call when Tony needs me. Like just after Iron Man 2, where he said, "Hey, I'm taking your suit. It's not a request." Boom. Now he's off. He's doing his stuff. He has to. I want to see him earn the guy they sent to protect the president. Let's see that.
I actually just want the
Okay.
War Machine to be a heart-wrenching story of him going through physical rehab, getting his legs back from under him, and the personal journey of a hero, fallen from the sky and his return back to greatness. That's what.
No suit whatsoever, right? Like,
We
no.
have
Play-Doh
enough,
for 3 hours.
we
Yeah,
have
there's
enough sadness coming our way. Come
there's
on.
no cutscene. It's really just an hour of him trying to walk on parallel bars.
It's like a mixture of The Blind Side and 24. Like I wanted to be like minute by minute, like this is his rehab. Like, and I wanted to be so sad, like The Blind Side.
The diving bell and the butterfly of Marvel shows.
Have you ever read any of those comics where War Machine goes off and is doing stuff by himself? Like he's
Mm-mm.
He did it in the animated cartoon.
Yeah.
from like the 90s. Warhammer was in it all the time, and I had an action figure.
Nice.
Also, fun fact, the Punisher stole War Machine's suit this year. So the Punisher actually had an Iron Man suit.
He should be in prison because that's a crime.
Fucking straight up, too.
So
He's not a
should
good
War-
guy.
So should War Machine then, because he stole the suit too initially.
I mean, he borrowed it. The Punisher is a murderer and should be.
The Punisher.
The
definitely-
Punisher is dope.
Punisher's a murderer, so
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, there are no prisoners. But he's using the War Machine suit for what it's supposed to be. A war machine.
Murdering innocent people. Got it.
Exactly. innocent criminals. Put
Fuck
that Twizzler back, bitch. Bam! Fuck you.
Dude, that was the
Give me those
best part of the Shazam trailer when he like beats up those dudes in the convenience store. So funny.
Shazam is DC. We're talking Marvel.
Look,
Phil, what show would you like to see?
I actually have a few. I
don't
thought
steal
since.
mine.
Sorry.
Mine bullets, Brandon. Mine bullets.
Since they're bringing Loki and giving him his own show, I figured if we're gonna go cosmic Nova or Nova Corps would be nice.
Oh. That would be
You
nice.
know, I originally thought Warlock would be cool, but I think that's going to be too big of a project and that they would make that into a film. So Nova or Nova Corps would be awesome.
I feel like Nova would be a good movie for like stage 4.
Sure, and that's why you could just focus on the Nova Corps itself and pre-destruction of the planet. I also thought that damage control could be pretty fun.
That would be cool. That would be a cool one.
I know that didn't DC try to do their version of
did
damage?
it ever actually come out?
I think
Yes.
they did like 2 episodes, and Ron Funges was on that show for.
It was like a whole season. It was, a
Did it make
comedy.
It was on TBS though, I think.
It was actually funny. I mean, it was funny. Yeah.
As long as it is the production is good and the writing is good and doesn't turn into like an Agents of Shield kind of thing, I'd be happy with it.
What you got against Agents of Shield? Wash your mouth.
Phil likes good television.
You guys didn't watch that show. When last did you watch the show?
I got through all of season 1 and then started season 2 and just said no. No.
The show's at season 5 right now.
You have taken enough of my time.
They got good. They got good.
I had the same reaction as Phil when I was like scrolling by it, and I was like, sick.
Scrolling. I kind of also want to see a She-Hulk courtroom drama.
Nice.
They got
Judge Judy.
They got to introduce these characters first, though. Like, I think that's the issue. Because will they ever do stuff that they have?
Nova's been kind of introduced.
The Nova Corps has.
Nova Corps.
Yeah, right. So Nova Corps would
That's
be
possible.
okay.
I mean,
Jennifer Walters, I doubt it.
What better way to introduce new characters that are actually going to be under the MCU cinematic universe than on a Disney streaming service where the risks are a little bit lower, the price point and production money is going to be lower, and if it fails, you cut it after a season or 2. So that's why I think if they're going to do these random offshoot heroes, I mean this is the platform to do it where you're not spending $100 million minimum, for a failure.
Especially because they basically refused to bring the Netflix series into any kind of MCU stuff.
Yeah, that's just.
I just want to say, we could do without Danny Rand, although now he's got pistols and he's badass. But to see that Daredevil, I think he's such a great Matt Murdock. He is awesome.
He's ready for the big time.
He would blend so well in the MCU.
Never seen it.
And the Punisher.
You're missing
I
out.
think he would do really well in the MCU as well.
Is he better than Ben Affleck's Daredevil? Because I'm pretty tied
by
to
a little.
Nothing is better than Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Nothing.
This guy gets it.
I got nothing to say to that. The question just blew me out the water.
Daredevil married Elektra in real life. That's how dedicated to their roles they were.
He went from 13 to 30 immediately, and he took that on.
13 to 30.
Oh, dude.
As a spouse, okay?
Shit, Brennan.
He was
That
the
was
one
good.
who was like, okay, I get it. You were 13 yesterday. I'll still marry you.
Dude, such a good pull.
Not
Such a good
only
pull.
was she a 13-year-old as 30, she was also an assassin.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck has so much range. He went from Daredevil, which is basically a hero with no powers that fights against evil with just a suit and minor weapons and martial arts, to Batman, okay, who is also a superhero with no powers, with martial arts and a suit. Okay, so he's got range.
So funny.
But his
Brandon.
weight range changed a lot.
Oh, dude, his Batman is dope, though. Like, I will say that his Batman is Batman.
He's
a big dude.
On behalf of Ben Affleck, you guys can all go stick a cattle prod up your asses, like straight up. Like, just,
No, seriously though, like I wish I was Ben Affleck.
Wow.
Actually, he's one of my favorite directors and actors. Brandon, TV show that you would be willing to watch?
Thanos and all of his goons.
Oh, that's
All
good.
those
Like how
children.
they came up to this point.
Yeah,
That
Black
actually-
Order. would be
I definitely watched that.
pre-Civil War, Thanos and his goons going around blowing shit up.
just gooning.
Yeah, just
gooning.
gooning and the squad goons.
Oh shit! Like I feel like we have 6 or 7 or however many Phil came up with.
All of
Really good options.
Well,
So
don't post them because we need to submit them and say if you're going to use these, pay me.
well, I feel like the only thing we can do now is have our social media manager post these up on Twitter as a versus.
But I mean, Thanos and the Black Order is not a bad bet because we haven't had a villain-centric anything yet.
Yeah, and each of those characters were so cool individually that, like, in a TV show series, like kind of like Game of Thrones, where you get each individual character actually fleshed out and feel for each one. That would be, to me, that would be really sick to see
That'd be
each
cool.
of them actually fleshed out as characters, because you get a taste, right? In Civil War, you get a taste of their backgrounds and their individuality and stuff like that, and how they would approach different situations. And that's why they went after who they went after. But like from a director trying to say, this is me telling why they act that way, I think that would be really, really cool and interesting. And you know me, I like the bad guys. So.
And they could also show, like, they could add like 10, 15 other characters in there. It's just like, show how you earn the right to be.
Yeah,
Right.
In
cameos
Thanos,
of heroes all over the fucking place.
So
No, I mean that Game of Thrones type bad guys competition. Who gets to be in the Black Order? Who earns their spot? Like, who did you take out to get here? That'd be.
I just want to say this about Marvel. We all just used references. Some of us used 2 or 3 or 6 or however many characters from the MCU that do not have their own movie. So this just shows you how much character creation and how much range Marvel has, because every single one of those I would probably watch, and I would buy that Disney streaming service
to watch them.
Exactly. Like every single one I would watch. And I feel like all you guys would do the same thing because Marvel makes you care about those characters. Like from Falcon all the way to a villain that literally was there for one movie.
I'm gonna put one more in. I want to see a Wong show and about how Wong came through the martial arts order, and even if you do like an Office style, one camera show about the martial arts facility that Doctor Strange learned his craft at, I think that would be very fun.
The Office of Monks. Just
Yeah.
This is my face when I don't like.
It's a silent show because they all have taken a vow of silence since they're monks and they're working on inner peace and their chi. I'd watch the shit out of that. Still be better than Agent Field.
You know what? Let's all just reenact that show on next week's podcast. So it'll just be, we'll do a podcast and it's going to be so in depth. You can find it on iTunes. It'll be 2 hours of the best acting silent audio that you will ever hear. Straight up. All right, guys. So that about wraps it up this week. We've covered Captain Marvel. We've covered a whole bunch of shows that Marvel, you should definitely take that. But if you do, Nerds from Work said it first, as well as Phil Keating. And we've introduced Phil to the Nerds from Work crowd. Hopefully you guys go and check out Botched. But in the meantime, Phil, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, if you want really drunk tweets at 2 a.m. about why Radiohead is the greatest band of all time, you can follow me on Twitter at Imaginary Nomad. I'm also on Breaking the Panel, which is part of the Giant Size Team Up Network. We have the rock god of podcasting, Charles McCall, on it. He's kind of a douche. No, he's a douche, but he runs the show, and I'm there. Also, if you like D&D, Botched, a D&D podcast. And more things to come. Maybe a Stranger Things podcast will get revamped, and more to think. I might start a film podcast soon, so we'll see.
Oh, nice. That literally, the last two literally raised all of our eyebrows. So,
well, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen that are considered classic films, like The Predator, or
what?
Running Man, or
What?
I'm just naming Arnold.
500 Days of Summer.
No, I've seen the fuck out of that.
Yeah, that's so good, right? It's like the best fucking movie.
We've actually recorded 5 of these already, and we just haven't sat down to do any more. But I saw Lethal Weapon for the first time.
Which one? Or did you watch all 4 like I do?
Just the first one. That's all I needed. So
no, you got to get Melly Gibbs in all 4 times.
I saw enough with.
And then I made it that they actually aired on It's Always Sunny, so you have to watch Lethal Weapon.
That was the best Lethal Weapon I saw. Was the ones that they did on It's Always Sunny, and hopefully you can hear my review on it in the near future.
That's awesome. Tank, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
Yep, you guys can find me all over the internet at The Caped Critic. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, we did our own D&D adventure with author Chris Jackson and the Blood Sea. Last episode of that adventure dropped today, so go check that out.
Today being Wednesday. Rue, tell them where they can find you, dude.
You can find me at the Nija Nerd everywhere on social media. And I probably am going to be starting to write all the stuff that they won't let me finish and say on the main show on a blog on our website at TheNerdsFromWork.com sooner or later.
Almost like we gave him a corner to ramble in. Weird. That's the only way we can get Naru to shut up through the week. Brandon, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
By the way,
you can find me on Plenty of Fish at bmiller425.
Yes.
It's very popular in Canada and Ireland and the UK. 9 different languages. I speak all of them. So
it's friggin' called POF dating app. Like, oh my god.
Off.
Not POF. If you're
He's not POF.
POF.
Oh gosh. All right, Brandon. You always keep us on our toes, man.
Well, you know.
I like your
the
ladder.
world is broad.
Yeah, no, wait. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. That's like 4 weeks in a row you've had a ladder in the corner.
That's a nice ladder.
Isn't it?
Which, like, you can't climb it.
Fucking coffee pot on top of it.
Dude, check. It's my terrarium, and it's got fucking dinosaurs in it.
Of course it does.
New England Coffee, brought to you, our sponsor, New England Coffee Company.
New England Coffee.
$2 on Patreon every month. So if you want to be cool like New England Coffee Company, go to our Patreon. See that plug, dude? Seamless.
Damn, bro.
Like I went to school for marketing, bro.
Brandon plugged our Patreon. You guys can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/TheNerdsFromWork. The link's on our website, which Naru put together like a boss. I don't always give credit to Naru because he doesn't do shit, but Naru actually did bust his ass for this website, and the website looks great, man. We've all been meaning to tell you that, but mostly we just break you down.
Just to build you back up.
That's right.
Hey, then we build you up because that's how we make you better. You guys can find us on there.
I paid a guy to do it.
You can find us on Patreon. We've got a couple different tiers. This week, actually, we did have a patron go for the $2 tier.
Ooh,
damn. So, Adam Ellis, thank you. Brandon was just jacking off on the camera. I don't know why. Was that a jack off mode?
Those
What was
my
that?
my two things.
Oh, okay. Brandon was throwing the deuces. He was not jacking off. He was throwing the
Camera
deuces.
is real slow, so that shutter speed.
Very good distinction.
Adam, thanks for being a bro. All right, guys, you can find me at Houdini0333 on Twitter and Instagram. I post comic book reviews sometimes, and maybe in the near future, we're going to get Travis from the Blazing Defender Report.
Oh boy.
Who's a big motherfucker.
Dude, it's huge.
But
Yeah, he needs.
you guys can find us on our website, TheNerdsFromWork.com. You can find us on Patreon. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, at NerdsFromWork. They don't like the word "the." You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. The Nerds From Work. Subscribe, click the like button, leave us a comment. Because if you don't, how else are we going to put Brandon's cat in those McLaughlin commercials? Come on, guys. Seriously. But from all of us here at the workplace, peace.